Hello, stream is up. Let me open up a chat. Biggest chat ever. Shit. We are live. The people know it. Okay, everybody is in. Let's go. Let's have a chill Spanish Grand Prix here, like the real F1 drivers did just a few hours ago. Audio settings need to go a little bit lower. Seems to be a sunny day in beautiful Catalonia. I'm just eating some chips. Not chips, more like cookies. I know chips in British is something different. So we have Max O'Connor in King Mac in Renault. We have Mula Maka as solo Merc. Thra and AJ, two of our tier 1 drivers in the Ferraris. We have Master Joe and Joe Brown, the double Joe action here in the Alfa Romeos. Thra's game is has crashed. I'm not, yeah, I know that Arab, but just correcting my English. Arab in the McLaren, Seb the winner, and Chesko together in the Red Bull. Then we have Stemura. I don't know Stemura. I only know that I have to invite Thra again before we start here. AJ is the first one out onto the track. Number 42. We'll see. Master Joe has left the session. Most of the people will not have a big amount of practice in Spain. Arab retiring starting from last. I just wanted to say, if we start in the top 10 with only 10 drivers here, or 11, there might be 11 finishers. Arab crashing out in turn 4. Ooh. Yes, Lewis. I can invite you. Did you change your name as well, Lewis? No, there you are. Okay, we have enough drivers, so that is we don't have that many drivers, so that is enough for today. Mula crashing the car out of the sweeping right-hander of turn 9. AJ also loses the rear a bit. But it's AJ going for 117. I think that is slower than what he usually does. Some tweaking is needed on the front wing. Joe Brown crossing over the line is gonna go first, and Stamura right after him goes even quicker. 1:59 is the time to beat. The second Ferrari is starting his hot lap now. Both Red Bulls are starting the hot lap now. With AJ, who is probably shifting weirdly here. But he's gonna go back into the pits. We have Master Joe, the next one on a hot lap. And he invalidates the lap. Just go on the mediums. Hello, Sonzi. Do you wanna join? It's still enough time. Or do you just wanna watch? What is that second Williams doing there for a second? Just going far off track. Stamura. Is he just backing out or is he just taking the weirdest lines? Except the winner crashed the car, check score. Instead goes P2. AJ tried to go for another hot lap but invalidated this one as well. King Mark also invalidated the lap, so it's Farah the next one. Yeah, Arab crashed out of turn 4. I mean, no one has practiced for this. It's just a Spain race. When did Narek join? Who invited him? The lobby is in invite only. Somebody invited him. A 3-minute 40 lap. Now he's going for a hot lap here. Chasko is going for another one on his set of mediums. Here comes Sepp, the winner, out of the pits. Let's look at the guy that will start from pole here on his first flying lap. AJ with a 1:15.3. Good effort. Gonna put the cookies away now. So you understand me a little bit more. In the final sector, Lewis invalidated the lap though. Master Joe starting a lap, Joe Brown the same. Is Jasko improving on this lap or not? He did improve to a 1:15.6. AJ will pull into the pits on a very used set of softs. I don't know what the weather is gonna be like, so we will find out. We have Joe Brown and Master Joe pretty close on track together. Master Joe invalidates, so it's on Joe Brown to improve on this lap. But he runs wide and invalidates as well. The next one is Sepp, the winner. What's the strat here? Good question, I can't tell you that. Jeff is gonna give you a good strategy if you start in P 11, 12 or 13. Master Joe retiring, crashing the car, probably into the pit barrier. Reality is often disappointing. Sepp, the winner, goes into P5. We have King Mark going around the final two corners, trying to set a lap here. And he sets a 1:16.2. Not the best, but not the worst. Fra has invalidated again. Sepp, the winner, lets Narik past, who is on an outlap. No, he's on a 4-minute 22 lap time. The lap times are kinda glitched. I think that is an outlap. But we have King Mark, who might ride again. No. Then we have Lewis, who will now go for a run here. Here we go. A 4-minute 30 hot lap. I mean, there's also cooldown laps or something if you wanna do stuff like that, but that was not the case. Chesko is very comfortable with his medium set of tires in P2 right now. Lewis with the fastest first sector of anybody. Takes all of the curb he can get. Flying around turn 7 and 8 up to the sweeping Turn 9, not full flat in the game. In real life it is. And it was last year as well. Turn 10 is not updated like it is in real life. It's more of a heartbreaking zone here. It's more of a sweeping corner on the real track. We have Max O'Connor leaving the space for Lewis, who comes around the final kink to take... No, he slowed down. He did a 117.6 by stopping on the track. Joe Brown just starting his hot lap, but let's look at the other guys. We have Fra pulling into the pits, the other Ferraris on an out lap. We have Narek on a hot lap, but running wide here. He didn't invalidate, but he's also very slow. He needs to go for another lap here. Then we have Stemura on an out lap, Max O'Connor on a hot lap. That's the next one we need to watch for here. He can easily jump into P2, but can he jump HA as well? And he goes over the line. It's a 114.8. Easily P1. Joe Brown behind improves by 3 times, so 115.8. That's Lewis pulling into the pits with King Mac just starting his lap. Then with HJ could improve by a 10th here, but a 10th is not enough to regain the pole position. Lewis hasn't set a time for pole yet. He interrupted his lap and didn't go for it, and he retires instead. He will start not from last, but we will see where he will start from. We have HJ with a 114.8. Except the winner is on an out lap. Max O'Connor invalidated. Joe Brown invalidated. Stemura invalidated. Then we have King Mark just starting his hot lap. Yeah, pole is boring on one hand. Yes. But I kinda wanted to see a true pace. But we will see that in the race then. When you are in the lead after 4 laps. King Mark lifting hard through that sweeping right-hander, but could improve here. A chance for P5 is opening up for him. The worst place chicane on the entire F1 grid. And then the start-finish straight. Finishing it up, it's a 115.7 up into 4th, not bad. Narek is starting his hot lap now. Except the winner through the final sector. A little bit of lag on my side again. Before we do the races next week, I'm just gonna restart my router or try to reset my connection. Doesn't feel so good. Fry is just starting another hot lap. King Map is going the other way. That didn't invalidate his lap. Interesting. He's just taking all the alternative lines here, while Narek is trying to set his first lap time. Running wide out of that corner, but didn't invalidate, was slow enough. And it's Narek into P7. Max O'Connor is waiting for an outlap. Fra is already on an hot lap, but he invalidated. Can he go again? Joe Brown right behind on an outlap. Then we have AJ also on an outlap. Then it's Narek who it's shown the white and black flag for me. I'm not sure what is true. Joe Brown span around the final corner, going back into the pits. Ferrari tiring the car. So it's Max O'Connor and AJ who have a shot here at pole position. They both need to fight for it. Only 300ths between them. Max O'Connor needs to set a good time here. Obviously there was a touch between Fra and Joe Brown. Fra is apologizing for his move. Only Chesko qualified on the medium tires. Max O'Connor going hard over the final curb. Is there an improvement here? The air is wide open. It's a 1:14.813. He just hops AJ, but AJ has the return coming up, already 1.5 tenths ahead. And it's AJ scoring the pole. It's AJ on pole for the Spanish GP. Joe Brown gets a 5 crit penalty, so he moves down into 10th, which moves Mula up 1 place, even though he didn't set a qualifying time. It looks like a dry race. AJ, Max O'Connor lining up. With King Mug, Joe Brown and Master Joe already back on the grid. We have ties with Chesko, who qualified on these mediums. Master Joe, Arab, Thra and Lewis deciding to start on the mediums. Joe Brown, Mulaka deciding on the softs. The rest had to start on softs because they qualified on this tile. Predicted pit stop strategy is a 2-stop. I think a medium to a hard might be a good move for the guys starting in the back and Chesko. But Chesko will start on cold mediums. That's gonna be bad with some people rushing on the fresh softs right behind him. Let's see how this start will go. As the people are lining up on the grid, Lewis with the last 2 whatever challenge. One, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And we are rolling here. Max O'Connor with a good start, but AJ seems to be able to defend. We have Narek diving around. We have King Map crashing into multiple people. We have a 3 or 4 car wreck in the back. And we have a safety car coming out because of it. It was Narek, Chasko and King Mark. That's it with the tire advantage for those two. Lewis getting 6 positions here in the start. Joe Brown 4, Sepp the winner 3. Why are King Mark and Chasko still overtaking each other? Chasko doesn't want to overtake King Mark, and King Mark probably has something that says please let him overtake. That's gonna be a little bit of pitting happening from the last 3 driver. Chasko with a little bit of wing damage. No, King Mark seems to be fine damage wise. Narek has no front wing left whatsoever. It's fully flat. And the rest of the grids just thinks, hey, can we finally start a race here? So Lewis is the best guy on the medium tires. He has the best strategy coming up. Is anyone gonna get rid of the soft tires really early? It's AJ. AJ goes for the 2-stop here. It's just for the medium tire, so he needs to pit for another set of mediums. Arab and Master Joe had a little bit of a fight there. Maybe it's just because Arab is tapped out. King Mac and Chesko and Narek all go into the pits. It's hards for King Mac, it's hards for Chesko, and Narek goes onto the mediums for the double medium strategy. A little bit of tangling going on here in the midfield. But the field should get close together again. AJ with a fresh set of tires, but behind his teammate now. I hope we restart after this lap, but the field needs to catch up here. Otherwise the safety car will not get pulled in. Here we go. Hopefully we have safety car in this lap. When the game realizes that we have all the players already here. We probably go another lap. It's too tight now. Now we have everyone in the line and it's just before the start finish line. The game didn't realize in time in Stimura says, fuck it, I'm gonna go into the pits. The same with Lewis. Lewis is gonna double stack with his teammates and retires. I didn't see any penalty going off. None. Lewis told me that he's not gonna be able to finish the race anyway, but I thought he would go deeper than lap 2. Arab going for the hearts. So AJ is the best guy on fresh tires, Master Joe is the best guy on the best strategy. But AJ might have an advantage with those fresh mediums. Can go longer, can go shorter on the hard tires in the end. The field is already back to being caught up. Was that a Ferrari in the wall? It was AJ. Front left front wing is completely gone. Arab didn't drive past because he was just warming his tires. That was a hard braking by him. Stamura got a 5-second penalty for overtaking AJ under yellow flags. Except the winner had a touch with Max O'Connor. They both get a 5-second penalty. King Mark hitting Fra, who hits the front. Oh, what a hit. Fra needs to pull into the pits. AJ pulls into the pits. The leaders are off and it looks like Max O'Connor holds the lead. Joe Brown into third. Now has Sepp the winner in front. Master Joe dives Mula. Mula re-dives around the outside. No, that's Narek getting past Mula as well. Except the winner is under attack from Joe Brown. Except the winner leaves the outside for that turn 8 and Joe Brown just drives around him. What a good move from him. Well executed. No DRS yet. In front we have Narek on Master Joe. Narek driving off the track but takes the position. Probably got a warning for that. Master Joe is diving into the pits. Except the winner got past Joe Brown again. Using a lot of ERS. We have a lot of strategy changes going on here. AJ on and Fra on the mediums. Oof! That was King Mac hitting Stamura out of the race and King Mac gets disqualified for it. For getting too many penalties. Is there another safety car or is it just gonna be yellow flags? Samurai has left the session. Narek on Sepp, the winner. Nice move. Well done under braking. Chasko also wants to get past his teammate. Is on the fresher set of tires, but on 2 sets harder. Is gonna get past anyway. Stamura could still race if he wants to. Don't know if I have Stimura in my friend list though. So I don't think I can invite him. Yeah, don't know who that is. Just go on Narek. Fra is getting past the pitting bot. Just go on Narek with DRS. Seems to be powerful. I thought a dive would happen, but Narek just outbreaks himself and the Red Bull goes past. Narek with the better set of tires. Might wanna have a look at it, but I think nearly everyone has to pit again. There was some very early pit stops so far. Maybe Master Joe has a chance to go to the end, but I'm not sure how fast that will be. Being so long on the hard tires. Narek bad under braking right now, missing nearly every braking spot, but Chesko has to move. Zap the winner into the pits again. AJ setting the fastest lap and getting past Zap the winner in the pits. Good run so far. Gears open for Joe Brown. Master Joe getting past Zap the winner, who just came out of the pits. Just go on Joe Brown, DRS open. Overtake is being used and Chesko will pull past. Joe Brown is saving up his ERS though. Just letting the guy on the hard tires go might be a good strategy for him. We have a slow Zap the winner on the back straight, but nothing coming from it. I'm not sure how long those tires are gonna hold for the soft tire runners, or if they can make soft hard even work. Joe Brown getting a 3-second time penalty for running wide in that corner just now. Looks like Narek is gonna get close to him pretty soon. Zap the winner pulls into the pit and retires the car. Everyone who's gonna finish will get some championship points now. Fra and Master Joe. Master Joe losing some traction out of the corner, which brings Fra really close. Goes a little bit deep, but he will have the DRS for the main straight now. The same with Narek and Joe Brown, and then we have AJ on Arab. AJ is just pulling past. Easy move done. Fra on Master Joe, DRS open. Narek and Joe Brown is coming up to the back straight. This one is not leading to an overtake right now. Both running very wide here. Feels like the softs are just holding on, but not really. Fra pushing himself past Master Joe, who loses the car. That's how I died last time in Spain. But he hits the rear into the barrier, not the front, and he can go on. Larry on Joe Brown, next try. As I said, Joe Brown saving a lot of his ERS against these guys that have different strategy. He takes the apex though for turn 2 and stays ahead. What a strong move from him. Showing what he can do. Next O'Connor getting a 3-second time penalty for running wide in turn 9. Here Narek comes again on Joe Brown. Joe Brown takes the inside line. They go side by side through the hairpin. And Joe Brown takes the exit again. Well defended. And Narek loses it on the inside curb. Joe Brown will be delighted with that one. He has 94% ERS left and stayed on P3. Max O'Connor is now pitting, the same with him as well. Chesko is taking the lead. Narek got a 3-second time penalty for cutting the chicane, but he will take P2. Max O'Connor will go out on a fresh set of mediums. The same will be true after Joe Brown has served his 5-second time penalty. The same that happened to Max O'Connor. Arab is going past as well. So with AJ back in the battle for close to the lead, but not sure if he can hold it. Not sure how long those mediums hold anyway here in Spain. My entire pain. Ooh. Looks like Max O'Connor has the speed to drive away from AJ on a fresh set of tires. No, up the hill there was a mistake by Max O'Connor, but the DRS was not given to AJ. But he's getting closer. Penalties seem to be interesting right now. If Chesko pits, he will come out in this battle here, but everyone in front of him will have a penalty. AJ is still fighting hard to get into the DRS zone here. His ERS is nearly empty now. After toe. Oh, 3-second time penalty here. Max O'Connor is catching up to Narek while he is defending or managing the gap to AJ. Max O'Connor on Narek is now closer than AJ. Narek finds issues with his medium tires, needs to switch for the hards, I guess then. So they are alive for 20 laps, gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane though. Who is that? Is that Master Joe hitting the wall right in front of AJ here? AJ's gonna go past anyways. Master Joe now a lap down on the field. Mula is close to being lapped. Master Joe is probably gonna retire now. He hit the gravel trap. He's on the old track part. Crossing over the line of his teammate and throw. But nothing happens from it, so it's rather fine. That anything else. I like that Master Joe tries to go on, tries to get a move on. Strategy is open to go onto the hards now. Fra with a nice diving move past Joe Brown. Joe Brown now using a little bit more ears. Master Joe retiring the car out of the last corner. Probably hitting a wall or something. And we have a safety car because of it. Now there's also Narek spinning in turn 2. Question is Chesko gonna pit now? Yes, I think he needs to go off those tires. Max O'Connor, I don't think he needs to pit. He could go for hards and just go for the end. But his fresh mediums are also pretty fine and he gets P1 from it. But he decides to pit. AJ doing the same. What is Arab gonna do? Stimora is pitting, but is gonna get lapped because of it. Stimora could have gone on for another lap and then pitted to gain a lap in the end. Arab is also pitting, Fra is pitting. Joe Brown is the first one to deciding to stay out. I think Narek will also try to stay out. No, Narek is pulling in. Ooh, hitting the barrier gets reset by the game. What about Mula, the last one to decide to pit or not to pit? Mula is going for the pit. So Chesko and Max O'Connor think it's enough to be on the mediums now. The same for Arab and Narek. AJ, Thra and Stimura go for the safe hards. What is Mula gonna do? Mula is also going for fresh hards. Joe Brown is the outlier here, staying on the tires on the mediums. Nine drivers still to go. What is happening with that Williams car? Is that Williams car overtaking people here? Or what is going on? Not sure what happens between Stimura and AJ here. What is he doing? AJ, that is. He's driving very irrationally. and just tries to drive through AJ, through Simura here all the time. Don't know what that is supposed to mean. The two mercs still need to catch up. Everyone is back together. Safety car will drive another lap though. Joe Brown has slowed down enough, so Fra just drove through him. That was very weird. Fra needs to let Joe Brown go again. And the field is more split than it was before the lap. Narek and Arab also switching places a lot. Stimura is still ahead of AJ here. So when the safety car goes in, AJ needs to lap a car before he can attack the others. But with the hearts, he's also playing the long game anyway. Everyone has caught up now. One more corner before we call that the safety car is gonna be in this lap. There we go, safety car is in. Chesko has taken the lead here and leads the field in his own speed. He is the one that decides when to restart. He will take the chicane very slowly. The safety car is now in the pits. And now he starts. Everyone accelerating again. It's green, green, green. Max O'Connor got a very good restart here as well. Tries to go around the outside, but Chesko is also good under braking. Fra going past Joe Brown. They are both battling the Williams, who should have some blue flags now. Simura is dropping back. Narek gets a 3-second time penalty. Now that the field is so close, this one could hurt in the end. Depending on where he sorts in. 15 laps to go. Max O'Connor on Chesko. No DRS in the first 2 laps after a full safety car. Arab gets a 5-second penalty for a severe collision, and we have another safety car coming out. Don't think a lot of people will gonna pit, so this might be a quick safety car then. It was Muda who lost a little bit of time here in the end. Joe Brown maybe should have thought about pitting now. Safety car is broken. I'm not sure, Master Joe. There was a collision. There was a collision penalty. Not sure why you retired now. It's not gonna get better. One more lap of safety car. Mula is pitting. I think Mula got damage. I'm not sure from who. Hopefully we are restarting, even though Mula is now way off the field, off the pace as well. It's still Chasko versus Max O'Connor. Safety car is in this lap. Let's see what we have going for us here in the last 13 laps. Chesko and Max O'Connor had a slight touch here in the final corner, no penalties from the game, but Chesko gets a way better start this time. Frado might get past AJ. Is he gonna risk the dive? No cheeky dive this time. Max O'Connor also stays behind Chesko. No places swapped on the restart. Fra on AJ doing what the Mercs did up the hill. I have some kind of insect flying around. I think it crashed into the ground, it died. It's right behind me. What the fuck did you do? Idiot. Okay, let's keep going here. It's another safety car. It's really a safety car bug. Shit. Will the player stick through with it? Or not? Now it's a lobby bug. Fra decides no, we're not gonna go on. People are starting ignoring yellow flags. Fra has left the session. The rest seems to stick with it. Don't kill the safety car, Arab. What the hell? Arab, just stay where you were. Not that this gets reported again. You know? Don't even think the safety car is physics. It just drives the line. It is already out. AJ pulling into the pits. Is he going for fresh soft tires here? Narek is following him into the pits. It's soft tires and soft tires for both of them. So AJ in P6 wants to battle for the podium here. Has all chances now. The only thing behind is the penalties, and he spins it. That's 3 seconds for him. Narek has 15 seconds of penalties. That's not gonna help a lot. Places gained. It's Arab 6 places, Joe Brown 6 places, Chesko 2, Mula 4, AJ losing 6. Give me a second. Okay, I'm back, sorry. Here we go. Hopefully the final safety car restart of the race of the weekend. Chesko has the lead again, warms up his tires, goes through the final chicane and keeps on the accelerator. Looks like Max O'Connor got the better start again, but who's turning in first into turn 1? It's Chesko again. Mula got past the lapped car. It's Arab versus Narek, and Narek on the fresh softs punted his way through. AJ tried to take the outside line, but Arab closed the door. Max O'Connor is still trying everything to get past, but he's using a lot of ERS already. Chesko is more conservative with his. There's no DRS yet. Arab against the bot. He's gonna go past, the same with AJ. Not sure if it's a bot or if it's just a thing. Safety car is out again. That was a fun lap. Mulaka got a 5-second penalty for hitting another car. A lot of people diving in now and going for that fresh softs. That gives Narek and AJ a little bit of space after they have already pitted. Arab, no, this is an official race. Official BFR race. Of course I'm not gonna let you do something like this. Threw away my controller. Seems fine. Yep, all good. So one more person on the softs. That is Arab. Narek also went for a fresh set of softs after having already pitted the safety car before. One more lap of safety car for sure. Narek is teleporting for me. We're now in P6 if you count the cars ahead, but one lap down, just 2 cars behind, one more lap of safety car. We just gotta laugh over it and go on with it. Because in the end it doesn't even matter. It's just practice time. Safety car in this lap again. 7 more laps to go. Will Chesko do anything different this time? Let's look at the front here. Chesko is slowing it up into the hairpin, all 8 cars lining up. And he goes for it. Max O'Connor read him this time like a book. But I don't think he has the speed to follow it up. HJ on Mula though is what is gonna happen. Arab ignoring a yellow flag, overtaking Stamura before the line. HJ on Mula is not gonna happen. Mula mans it out around the outside. HJ sticks it through turn 3 though with his fresh set of soft tires, and he will take the place. Arab losing a lot of time already because of that penalty thing with Stamura. Max O'Connor is getting really close to Chesko. Max O'Connor getting another 3-second time penalty. That means Chesko is just free to finish the race and will surely get a podium for it. But if he wants to a race win, he might want to stay ahead, because there are really quick guys coming up in the back. Let's check for the penalties here. Max O'Connor 6 seconds, Joe Brown 6, HJ 3 seconds. He's the first one on the soft tire. Arab and Narek are too far back, but Narek also with 20 seconds of penalties, now 23. Can't really do much with it. Max O'Connor is flying, but he needs to fly 6 seconds away. He might even drop a position to HJ. HJ position 2 is still possible here. HJ is gonna go past Joe Brown now, but needs to get some good laps in to catch up to Max O'Connor. Joe Brown getting another freezing time penalty. That decides this battle. Joe Brown will stay off the podium, it seems like. Uses a lot of ERS to stay on the podium on track, but on track is not deciding for anything. Max O'Connor setting the fastest lap time. No DRS yet, or he would be all over Chesko. But there's 4 laps to go and a lot of DRS zones to come. That was tight with that inside curb in turn 2. He nearly lost the rear there. Joe Brown has lost it in turn 2, dropping behind Mula and Arab. Falling behind Narek is not the issue here. Narek is having has 14 seconds more penalty than him, so staying behind him is not the worst, but he wants to get back at Arab, I'm pretty sure. But we have a battle for the lead here. It's Max O'Connor versus Chesko. Both with a 2-stop, making it work. Joe Brown has only pitted once and kept going with it. Joe Brown on Arab gets the position back. HJ with the quickest lap of all. Max O'Connor were now with 9 seconds. Woof! Joe Brown tries to follow the weaving Narek and hits the wall with it, loses the position again. Arab getting a 3-second time penalty. Joe Brown just needs to follow Arab and he gains that position back, but he also got it back by a spinning Arab, Spinala. Max O'Connor, first time he drops out of the DRS zone, touches the gravel on the left side here. Points for everyone, you're right. You're right. But it's only reserved here and it's only in our break week. We are not racing Spain in the league. Next week we are doing Singapore instead, and Singapore is gonna be a different challenge. But I think it's gonna be better when the people are prepared for the race. Arab has retired in the pit lane. No points for Arab. Narek on Mula. The US Open. Yeah, 26 seconds of time penalties allowed. I think it's 6 seconds out of corner cutting and then 5-second penalties on touching other cars on the safety car or speeding in the pit lane. Well, like this, AJ got past Max O'Connor. What a quick Ferrari that is right now, but the penalties is preventing him to go further, and Max O'Connor is even diving him into turn 4, turn 5 coming up, still side by side. Through turn 6 they go, and Max O'Connor takes the position back. It's like the front places are decided. Narek is gonna get past his teammate, but there's no use. In the end, the Mercs will sort the other way around. Mula will sort in behind, but will get that P5 back. Narek will fall back into P6 for sure, 17 seconds. It's actually pretty tight between him and Joe Brown, but we are already on the final lap. Max O'Connor and AJ still battling here for the on-track P2, but AJ is gonna get that P2 either way in the end. Narek diving his teammate again. This doesn't matter for the race result in any way, and it's hurting the team that they just keep on racing and risking the car. And Chesko wins it, and AJ will get second. We have Mula who will finish in 4th, Joe Brown in 5th. Or is he? No, it looks like Narek will keep that 5th position, as Joe Brown has probably made another mistake. It's Mula, Narek, and then Joe Brown in P6. Simura is 1 lap behind, but will also finish the Grand Prix, which is a good start to BFR here. And we are done with the Spanish Grand Prix. What a race, safety car glitch, a lot of action happening all the time. Crazy race. Arab with the driver of the day as he leaves the session. Is that a retired car being driver of the day? Don't know if I have seen something like this before. A lot of penalties going around. There would be harsh penalties for driving like this in the normal tiers, for sure. Look at King Mac here. King Mac got straight corner cutting penalties. Can't even count them. What the hell? Okay. We are out of the game for tonight. We have a battle for the lead here. It's Max O'Connor versus Chesko. I mean, that's a late lunch. Let me see on the breaking point. Yeah, that's a late move from him. That's a dive bomb and a half. But there's a lot of stuff happening in both directions. There was not only that. Yeah, King Mac had a lot of time penalty. He just got a seat. He was turning his wheel into me after. I mean, this one he was ahead in the before the braking zone, you know, and he hit his braking point on point. You came way too late there. You would have hit him either way. You would have went deep into the corner. You wouldn't have made the apex. And it's his right to go for the apex here. Battle for the lead here. It's Max. And then you even push him wide in the end. And that he returns badly here onto Joe Brown is on him. Looks like King Mac has had wheel issues. The driver confirmations for next week are up, guys. If you wanna race and if you don't have a seat yet, contact the tier manager and we will sort something out. Overtaking move when he enters into the pits. I mean, even Vettel did that once in China, right? When people were just too slow. I think that's it for the stream, guys. Thank you so much for joining and for everyone chatting. We will be back next Friday with F2. Maybe I'm gonna stream before that, but for now, gonna see you guys.